So everybody, I just got back from a long trip trail riding. Part of the reason I'm out trail riding is trying to find new places for videos coming up this winter. It helps to scout out some of the locations through the national and public forest around here. They're pretty large, so we got to search quite a bit. But today, we're here to talk about something that would have made my journey a little bit nicer had it showed up in the mail a couple days sooner. This is the BLUETTI Handsfree 2. This sucker has a 512 watt hour, 700 watt power station built into the backpack. Okay, technically it's removable, but it has a specific slot right here in the back with air cooling slots, everything made directly to fit this very specific power unit. So if you check out right here, this is the Handsfree 2 itself. Technically, it's not the name of the backpack, that's the name of the power station that goes in the back. One of the primary functions of this is to basically keep you powered all day, every day, while hiking, camping, fishing, just being out and about and needing a large amount of power. Now, one downside we're gonna start with right now, the power station in here is too large. So while this backpack itself can go on a plane no problem, you can't be taking this guy right here on a plane with you. So real quick, I'm gonna show you guys where you would mount an actual solar panel, just to give you a rough idea. This is a LumaPal solar panel. It's not bad, but there are better out there, especially the one that's probably made directly for this. So, basic idea. You take the straps, you run them through right here, and then you clip them in. Now, I'm just gonna show you one for demonstration purposes, but as you're walking, this is now hanging down behind you, collecting power, and you feed it directly back into the power unit. We'll get into all those connections here in just a little bit. Now, as far as the base dimensions go, you got about 10 inches of width here. Now, this is when the front expansion port is zipped shut. You can expand this here to add clothes and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'll show you guys that here in just a minute. Then you have 23 inches from the floor to the top. That height's not really gonna change at all, but it's very important that it is that long. I'll explain that why here in just a little bit too. Next up, you have about 13.5 inches from side to side. The side profile stays pretty slim unless you guys add a bottle holder. So starting with the bottle holder, I am going to mention, they're pretty small. For the size of the bag, I would hope they're a little bit bigger. They will not actually fit any of my normal size water bottles, just about my 20 ounce will fit. So I do wish those were a little bit bigger, but it's not the end of the world. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna first go over all the compartments in here. I wanna show you guys the ins and the outs, what you can really expect to fit in here, stuff like that. Then we're gonna go on a 5 to 6 mile hike, which I'll bring you guys along with, where we can test out the comfort, because that is one of my bigger concerns. You load this thing down, you're talking 35 plus pounds. So we're gonna talk about the comfort, the quality. It's raining today, so probably a little bit of the weather resistance, right? And then we're gonna see how easy this thing is to actually use when you're out and about in the real world scenario. First off, this thing is absolutely loaded with pockets. You have a top pocket right up here. Then you have all of these little clips. So these little clips here are actually designed to hold the BLUETTI solar panels. They are fold-out solar panels. I'll throw a picture up here. They did not actually send these over with the backpack. We have quite a few that would probably work with this, no problem. You guys have seen them in the videos in the past. Coming up here, you have a pouch with a Velcro strap. You have a couple of these nice little holders here. You can use these for tripods or walking sticks, all sorts of things will fit right in there, no problem. Down towards the bottom here, you have more of an organizing tray. You're gonna have a whole bunch of different storage spots in there to put, phones, storage units, pens. So inside it also has instructions for a personal combination lock. This does have a combination lock right here on top. It's gonna allow you to set a 3-digit code to lock it in case you're traveling and don't want somebody sneaking into your bag while you're walking around. So right in here, you have all these different changeable storage areas. Now, this one does come pre-configured. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it set up this way, but these are all Velcro, so you can kind of open these passageways and panels up kind of however you see fit. This is amazing for cameras, drones, all sorts of stuff like that. I have plenty of different compartments here where the drone would fit. I would probably put it right here in this compartment, give it a little bit of its own space. Then you still have room for the controller, your extra batteries, some accessories if you really want to. It's a lot easier than carrying this whole unit here. I mean, you just have a crazy amount of usable space in here. So just a quick little note here as well. If you guys take a look at these zippers, so these type of zippers here, they're not gonna be waterproof, but when they have this really close seal, they're gonna be water resistant. This is really gonna help stop rain and splashes from getting inside of the actual bag, which is pretty nice when you're carrying a big old power bank in it, but this is also IPX4 rated. And then right up here on top, you also have what appears to be a nice pouch for a laptop. So just testing out the laptop spot right here. It's got a nice little Velcro strap to hold it down, but it slides in there. This is padded, pretty thick, nice padding. This is also padded in the front. So boom, this is an Asus ZenBook Pro Duo. It's a pretty decent sized laptop. You have a Velcro divider that leads down to the inside. So you're still gonna have some usable space right here on top. But because you're gonna have a power supply in there, you're also gonna need access to the actual controls on the power supply, the cables, and you're gonna need that power supply to be able to breathe. This power station is obviously gonna have its own active cooling. So I'll shine my light under, but if you look, it has all of these little silicone ventilation holes to let air in and out. Now on top of those ventilation holes, they are all angled down. That's just gonna further help keep water and moisture and all that kind of stuff out. Now, as far as direct weight goes, for the two combined, BLUETTI basically gave us a bunch of weights for what you would potentially put in there and what it's gonna weigh. So we're gonna get some actual weights on our own with this inside of the bag. Then we're also gonna check the weight once I put in the normal type of stuff I would take with me on an adventure. So coming around to the back here, the straps themselves look really nice. You have full padding all the way down to the bottom there. Then you have the lower waistband wrist straps. You're gonna wanna use these when you're carrying this much weight. It's gonna be a lot better for your back, but these are also very well padded all the way through. And check this out. Looks like inside of one of them, you have a rain cover. That's nice, see this is included. I actually did not know that was in there. So this rain cover is gonna be able to go over the entire back of the backpack. Because again, the unit, it's IP4X. So heavy rain, heavy soaking, still not a great idea for electronics. Plus, if you guys have drones and stuff in here, you're gonna wanna keep this in this pouch and use it when it becomes time. And then coming around to the other side, you also have another pocket, pretty similar, nice and empty. Can fit quite a few small things in there. I imagine these would be a nice spot to put like a wallet, because that's gonna be right here on your side. That's gonna be easy access in and out. I actually have never seen that on a backpack, given I'm not usually looking for high-end backpacks. This is definitely a special use case that very well caught my interest. So last but not least, you have a cross chest strap right here. So inside the box here, you have the AC power cable. This is a standard computer type power supply cable here. I have a couple of thoughts about this. One, it's very nice. So if you ever lose it, you don't have to go searching for a new power supply, trying to spend $80 to $100 on one. Yes, that aspect is nice, but considering they're making this entire thing portable, right? The entire purpose is to carry this on your back. I feel like it would reduce weight to not have the power supply built into the unit. Also included, very nice to see, this right here is a solar panel cable. Basically what we have here is an XT60 connector and two solar panel connectors. It's very nice to see this included. Very much appreciated. We'll be testing this out at some point. All right, so jumping right into the actual Handsfree 2. So it is 700 watts, 512 watt hours. If you guys know anything about BLUETTI, you know that their numbers are always very accurate. But anyways, up front here, you have a DC button, you have an AC button, you have a power button. It's gonna be their typical power display out. You're gonna have your input here, you're gonna have your output here in watts, then you're gonna have your percentage of charge here. Then coming on down, you have two USB-C 100 watt chargers. Awesome to be included, especially in a scenario like this, where you're probably gonna be carrying a phone, a camera, a couple other things. Those charging ports are nice. You don't have to go straight to an AC charger, you just get it going. Then, of course, in case you happen to need it, there are two extremely ancient USB type A ports here. Now, right below that, you have your DC PV input or your XT60 connector input. This is where you're gonna plug in your solar panel. Coming around to the back side, here is where you have your AC input right here. It is a pure sine wave AC outlet. Then right down here, you have the AC input. This is a fused AC input. You have your little fuse panel here. You pop it open. It's gonna have a little tube fuse in there. Love to see it. And then right down here, you have a grounding port. So basically this grounding port is gonna be used when you have this hooked up as kind of a safety measure, especially if you're using this as a type of UPS, which it does have a UPS function built in, which is nice. For those who don't know what a UPS is, that means uninterrupted power supply. Say you're working on editing on a video or one of a million different things and you don't want to lose power. Your power goes out, this thing is going to kick in fast enough to keep your stuff online. The general idea is power redundancy for the important things in your life. CPAP machines, all that kind of stuff. With these side panels here as well, you can turn them either way. Both side panels open completely. So you can basically put the access on the side that you want and the charging on the side that you want. Unless, of course, you're charging with solar, then it's all going to be on the same side. All right, without even the other straps, I mean, yeah, it's got some weight to it, but that is very comfortable. Like, that doesn't feel bad at all. It's very well balanced because the rear of the backpack sits so low. And of course, you got your side straps here. Now, remember these nice zippers we were talking about earlier? Boom. Phone could go in there. All sorts of things could go in there. Looks like you also have a clip here, type of camera mount for like a GoPro or something like that, built right in. So stick the GoPro up on there. Actually, we'll probably be doing that later on our walk. Then when you get the real heavy loads, you also have your cross chest mount, which again, you don't want to keep all the weight on your shoulders. We all did that as kids, and a lot of us have shoulder issues now. We're learning. First impressions, this is my first time putting it on. With the weight that it currently has in it, pretty comfortable. Now we'll see if I'm still saying that after a couple miles of possibly scooter riding and walking. All right, looks like we're at about 21 pounds. Honestly, a little less than I expected. So right behind all the pouches here, you open it up and you have a ton of compartment space that expands for clothing. So you can see right here, if you do that, boom, you have all this expansion space right here. Flip this open, you have clothes retainers here. You have a whole bunch of zip-in pouches for toothbrush, glasses, all that kind of stuff. So you have this entire compartment right here at your disposal as soon as you need it. Loadout here, I got the drone, I got the lav mic, we have a little GoPro here, batteries, Insta360 camera, battery charger for both of those, as well as the battery pack for my DSLR. Now, normally I'd have my DSLR right here, but we're filming on it and I don't feel the need to go lug that around on our little trip for obvious reasons. All right, we're sitting at 33.5 pounds now. Yeah, personally, I will say that with the weight of this thing, I'm not sure how much stuff I would put in here. Already, it's probably heavier than most people are gonna want to carry at 35 pounds. All right, guys, we picked a fantastic day to come out. As you can see, it is raining on and off. I thought it would be a really good test to see how the water intrusion on the bag works. We're gonna go, 3-4 miles, nothing too crazy. You can see I have the GoPro running right now as well. Honestly, the way it mounts is awesome. So I really look forward to seeing the angle of the footage. Now, given that's not everybody's most important aspect, but so far we get the lower strap on, the center strap. I feel comfortable. It doesn't feel too heavy yet, but we did load it up with a couple extra things for the test. So let's get rolling. Real quick to note too, guys, I do have the expansion bay out and a bunch of stuff in it. So right now it is at its maximum thickness. As you can see, she gets a lot thicker. She's pretty low profile, but once you're using that clothing compartment, it's really gonna puff out. So keep that in mind. We're already losing a lot of light. We've been out here for a few hours already. We've gone through quite a few different trails. We still have to hike all the way back. We did fly the drone around a little bit. My drone isn't exactly waterproof, so we're not gonna have too many shots with that out. But bright news, bag, keeping it totally dry. If you wanna get your water bottle out, well, as you can see, you can, but it's not the easiest thing to get to, and realistically, you're not gonna get it back in there too easy while you're wearing the bag. Now, if you're keeping things in this side pouch, this is probably my favorite addition of a side pouch. It's very easy to get to while wearing it, no problem. Again, I love the GoPro mount. It's the simple things that really get it for me. So I'm gonna get a drink of this water and we're gonna go ahead and head on back. All right, so at a total weight of 35 pounds, we've gone just under 6 miles total. It's been a long day. The rain was kind of in and out. When I stopped to use the drone, there was 0 water inside the bag. Comfort-wise, it's very comfortable. Now, about the last mile, I unhooked this. Don't do that. It made my GoPro turn sideways. It makes the whole thing rather uncomfortable. A little bit tired, but nowhere near as bad as I expected for the amount of trailing we actually did. Some on path, some off path, in the woods. I did get a little break in the middle when we were messing around with the drone, then the rain came in again. So is this for you? Well, that depends. Are you the kind of person who goes camping and needs a lot of power? Are you a content creator who does a lot of outdoor stuff? Do you live in a camper? A lot of these are really, really good use cases for this backpack. It is surprisingly comfortable for the weight that I have. Only thing that's tired is my shoulders, and they're just a little bit tired. They're not even that bad. GoPro, I think I'm gonna love the angle of this. I haven't seen the footage yet. You guys would have already seen it, so you'll have to decide on that. This thing has more pockets and pouches than I will probably ever use. So realistically, I may consider the 42 liter if I were buying this on my own. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this bag. If you guys wanna see it tested in other ways, let me know. Make sure to like and subscribe if you wanna see those future camping videos coming up where we're doing a Temu survival challenge. It's going to be a lot of fun. This bag will be there, not as part of the Temu challenge, but to keep all the camera gear topped up and the phone in case of emergencies. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Make sure to check out the BLUETTI link down below. Honestly, they're a solid company. Their numbers are always within reason. They're never going to overcharge you. They're never going to lie about their capacity, none of it. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.